Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. After a short intermission, we are back for Game 2 of this Cubs-Cardinals doubleheader on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in St. Louis. The Cardinals, in Game 2, are going to send Ryan Helsley out to the mound. He is making appearance number 28 on the season. I believe that the vast majority of those have been in relief. Yes, this is only his third start of the season. He comes out with a 2-0 record, 2.95 ERA, 141 whip out of the Cardinals bullpen to start the second game of this doubleheader. He will be supported by a cast of Wong, Bader, Goldschmidt, O'Neill, DeYoung, Fowler, Miller, Wieters, and then the pitcher Helsley will be the ninth batter. The Cubs will have Jose Quintana on the mound. He is making start number 21. 9-6, 3.52 ERA, 130 whip. Asdrubal Cabrera will be leading off for the Cubs again, followed by Santana, Bryant, Ozuna, Bogarts, Bradley, Hayward, Quintana, and Fegley, as Wilson Contreras, hitting 2 home runs in the first game of this doubleheader, has earned an afternoon off, or an evening off, I suppose, in this case. It is 90 degrees now in St. Louis. The wind has died down a bit to 9 mph. Still blowing in from right. And let's get this game underway. Ryan Helsley is on the mound for the Cardinals, facing Asdrubal Cabrera to lead off this game. The Cubs, still in third place, have improved to 49-54. The Cardinals, still in second place, have dropped to 52-53. And the season series is now tied at 4 games apiece. Helsley on the mound, working with a 1-ball count. He comes set, looking for the sign. And here's the pitch to Cabrera. Ground ball to second. Cabrera is out on a routine 4-3 ground ball out. And now Danny Santana is the batter. He's coming up with a 1-ball count, 1 out, nobody on. And Santana hits it on the ground to second. Man, the Cardinals appear to have practiced that play because that is the second 4-3 ground out of the game. Chris Bryant now batting. The shift is on for the Cardinals. Full count pitch to Chris Bryant. And Bryant pops it up to the left side. Which infielder's going to get it? The third baseman, Miller, makes the catch for out number 3. So we're going now to the bottom of the first. It is 0-0 in St. Louis. Quintana facing Kolten Wong, leading off for the Cardinals in the bottom of the first inning. Quintana standing on the mound. Pretty impressive year so far for the Cubs. Here's the first pitch. That's a liner over third base into left field. Extra bases for Kolten Wong, rounding first, heading for second. He slides into second with a double. That is a lead-off extra base hit for Kolten Wong. And the Cardinals have a runner on second with nobody out. Harrison Bader now is the batter. 1-2 count. Quintana working. That's lined into center field. Going to be another base hit. The runner rounds third, but he stops as the throw comes quickly back into the cutoff man. The Cardinals have first and third with nobody out and are threatening here in the bottom of the first inning. Paul Goldschmidt now is the batter for the Cardinals. With nobody out, runners on the corners. Goldschmidt waiting for the full count pitch. There's a liner past Bryant into left field. 1 run is going to score. The throw goes to third, so the runner does not continue to advance at second. That is an RBI single for Paul Goldschmidt, and the Cardinals are up 1-0. Tyler O'Neill now the batter. First and second, still nobody out. Quintana still looking for that elusive first out of this ball game. And here is the first pitch to Tyler O'Neill. Grounder to short, Bogarts has it, throws to second, relay to first, and that is a ground ball double play. 6-4-3. And now there are 2 outs and a runner on third. DeYoung is the next batter for the Cardinals. In the bottom of the first inning, Cardinals up 1-0 and a 1-1 count to DeYoung. Grounder up the middle. That's going to be played by Cabrera. The throw goes to first, and the side is retired. So, Quintana navigates the inning, only allowing 1 run. We go to the top of the second. It is 1-0 St. Louis. Marcell Ozuna leading off for the Cubs in the top of the second inning, waiting for the first pitch. Here it comes. Ozuna pops it up to shortstop. Short left field, the play is going to be made by DeYoung for out number 1. Xander Bogaerts now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 count to Xander Bogaerts. And here's the pitch. Grounder toward short. Deep play at shortstop, and the throw goes to first. It is in time for out number 2. Man, DeYoung, covered a lot of ground, got that one in short left field and threw him out at first base for the second out of the inning. Jackie Bradley now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. The shift is on. Man, third base is wide open. If Bradley could get the ball down the left field line, he could run for a long time. Here's a full count pitch to Jackie Bradley. There's a grounder to second, hit it right into the teeth of the shift. And that is an easy play for out number 3. So, the Cubs do not score. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 St. Louis. Dexter Fowler leading off for the Cardinals against Quintana, the bottom of the second inning. Quintana working. Here's the pitch. Lined into center field. Going back is Bradley. That's high off the wall. That's going to be an extra bases for Dexter Fowler. He slides into second, and he is safe with a lead-off double. Quintana struggling here in the second inning. Double number 10 for Dexter Fowler, and now Brad Miller is the batter. Miller waiting for the 1-1 pitch, and that's lined into center field. That is over Jackie Bradley's head. So extra bases for Miller. He slides into second with an RBI double. Dexter Fowler scores, and it is 2-0 Cardinals. How much patience is Kerry Wood going to show to Quintana today? Because he is getting rocked early in this game. Matt Wieters now the batter. Nobody out. Runner in scoring position. 1-1 count to Wieters. A liner up the middle. That's another base hit. The runner stops at third. Bradley has got to be getting tired of this out in center field. And Helsley is the next batter. He's coming up with runners on the corners. Nobody out. Quintana working with a 1-ball count. That's popped up. Bradley gets under it. He makes the catch for out number 1. That was shallow enough. The runner on third could not tag up in advance. And now Colton Wong is the batter. With 1 out and runners on the corners, Colton Wong waiting for the full count pitch. And that's grounded to second. The throw goes to first as the Cubs do not try to complete the double play. So another run scores. It's now 3-0 St. Louis on the fielder's choice. Wieters advances to second. There are 2 outs. And Harrison Bader is the batter. 0-2 pitch from Quintana. Lined into center field, a diving play, and this time Bradley makes the catch for the third out of the inning. Bradley had to get frustrated with those 2 balls that went over his head, but when he can come in on it, he makes the diving play and makes the catch for the third out of the inning. However, the Cardinals score 2 more times. It is now 3-0 St. Louis going into the top of the third. Helsley on the mound facing Jason Hayward. Top of the third inning. 1 strike count. And Hayward grounds it into the shift. The shortstop fields behind second base, throws to first for the first out of the inning. Quintana now batting. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count to Quintana. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Quintana is set down swinging. That is the first strikeout of the game for Ryan Helsley. And now Josh Fegley is the batter. 2 outs, 3-1 count to Fegley. That is low and away for ball 4. The Cubs have their first base runner of this game. Fegley heads down to first, and as Drupal Cabrera is the next batter. 2 outs, 1 man on, 0-2 count to Cabrera. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a fastball, and Cabrera could not catch up with it. We go to the bottom of the third. The score remains the same. It is 3-0 St. Louis. Paul Goldschmidt is going to lead off against Quintana. Let's see if Quintana can record an out before the Cardinals get a base runner here in the third. 2-2 count. Goldschmidt waiting for the pitch. That's lined into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Quintana allows a leadoff single to Goldschmidt. And now O'Neill is the batter. Nobody out, runner on first. O'Neill waiting for the 2-0 pitch. And that is hit hard. Left field, Ozuna going back, up against the wall. And that is gone. The Cardinals now have a 5-0 lead in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 379 feet for Tyler O'Neill. And Quintana, allowed to continue to pitch, is going to face DeYoung here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1-2 count. Quintana strikes him out looking with a changeup. That's probably the first effective pitch that Quintana's delivered in this game. First strikeout of the game for him. And now Dexter Fowler is batting. 1 out, nobody on, full count to Dexter Fowler. Popped up on the infield. Quintana heads over. He calls off Cabrera and bravely makes the catch for out number 2. Kind of unorthodox for the pitcher to catch a pop-up on the infield, but Brad Miller now is the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-2 count from Quintana. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Quintana gets him with the curve. So, the Cardinals score 2 more times. It is now 5-0 St. Louis going into the top of the 4th inning. Danny Santana is the next batter. He's going to face Ryan Helsley in the top of the 4th inning for the Cubs. 2-2 count. Santana grounds it toward first. Goldschmidt has it. Steps on the base for out number 1. Chris Bryant now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1 strike pitch to Chris Bryant. And that's lined into center field, but that's going to be playable. It was well hit, but Bader was right there to make the catch for out number 2. Ozuna now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Ozuna waiting for the first pitch. And he grounds it toward short. DeYoung has it. Throws to first, and that is out number 3. Cubs are retired in order in the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is 5-0 St. Louis. And now Quintana's day is over. He is being replaced by Pedro Strop in the bottom of the 4th inning. So Strop comes in, 29 2/3 innings thrown, 11 walks, 36 strikeouts, and a 4.85 ERA. Strop is going to face Matt Wieters to lead off the Cardinals half of the 4th inning. Here is a 1-strike count. Strop looking for the sign, and here's the pitch. Popped up, right center field. Bradley and Hayward converge. Bradley calls him off and makes the catch for out number 1. Ryan Helsley now batting. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 count to Ryan Helsley. Strop working. Grounder towards second. Cabrera has it. Throws to first. That is out number 2. Wong now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 1-2 count to Colton Wong. And Strop delivers a pitch with which Wong sends into center field for a 2-out single. So Harrison Bader now is the batter with 2 outs, 1 man on. 1-2 count to Harrison Bader. Swing and a miss for strike 3 on the cutter. Strop gets the strikeout despite allowing a base hit. He escapes the inning, not allowing the Cardinals to score. That's the first time that's happened in this game. Going to the top of the 5th, we are halfway through this game. It is 5-0 Chicago. 5-0 St. Louis. Excuse me. Xander Bogaerts going to lead off against Ryan Helsley here in the top of the 5th inning. Full count pitch from Helsley. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Bogaerts is dismissed by the fastball at 98. Strikeout number 3 on the day for Ryan Helsley. And now Jackie Bradley is the batter. 2-2 count to Bradley. Helsley working. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And Helsley gets another strikeout with the cutter. Strikeout number 4 on the day, and Jason Hayward is the next batter. 3-0 pitch to Jason Hayward. Outside for ball 4. That is the second walk issued by Helsley, excuse me. So Hayward is on first, and now Strop coming up to bat for himself with 2 outs and a runner on first. Strop pops at the first pitch up on the infield. Shortstop DeYoung calls for it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is still 5-0 St. Louis. Paul Goldschmidt is the batter, leading off against Pedro Strop, coming out for his 2nd inning of work. Goldschmidt is 2 for 2 with an RBI today. Full count pitch from Strop. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Pedro Strop, and Tyler O'Neill is the next batter. 1 out, nobody on. Full count pitch to Tyler O'Neill. Here it comes. Outside for ball 4. Strop walks him. Lost him with the cutter that missed the zone. And now DeYoung is the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. And Sammy T is going to be the new Cub pitcher in the 5th inning. He comes on. He has 26 1/3 innings to his name this year. 11 walks, 24 strikeouts, 4.78 ERA. He's going to face DeYoung with 1 out and a runner on first. 0-2 pitch from Sammy T. Here's the sign. And the pitch. Grounder up the middle. Bogarts has it. Flips to second. Relay to first. And that is a ground ball double play to end the inning. So Tuivailala does his job. The Cardinals do not score. We go to the top of the 6th. It is 5-0 St. Louis. Josh Phegley comes up leading off for the Cubs in the top of the 6th inning. Phegley with a 2-1 count waiting for the pitch. There's a liner past third base into left field. This is the first base hit of the game for the Cubs. Phegley rounding first, heading to second. He slides in with a double. I'm surprised by that. Phegley shows some aggressive base running, and he has a double to show for it, leading off for the Cubs in the 6th inning. As Drupal Cabrera, now batting for the Cubs against Ryan Helsley, runner in scoring position, nobody out. Top of the 6th inning, here's a 1-1 pitch to Cabrera. And Cabrera pops it up on the infield. That is going to be playable. The shortstop is under it and makes the catch for out number 1. Danny Santana now batting. 1 out, 1 man on. Santana coming up, waiting for the full count pitch. That is low. It is ball 4. Santana takes the walk. He heads down to first. 20th walk of the season for Santana. And Chris Bryant is the batter. He comes up with 1 out, runners on first and second. Bryant is 0 for 2 today, and he's going to face a new Cardinal reliever, John Gant. Gant comes in with 46 1/3 innings thrown, 17 walks, 49 strikeouts, and a 4.08 ERA. Bryant up here in the top of the 6th inning in a critical situation. If the Cubs want to get back in this game, this is the best opportunity they've had so far. Let's see how this plays out. Bryant waiting for the 1-2 pitch. Gant working. And that's popped up on the infield. They're going to call the infield fly, and Bryant is going to be out at first. So now Ozuna is the batter. With first and second, 2 outs. Ozuna trying to help the Cubs cut into this 5-run Cardinal lead. 2-0 pitch to Ozuna. And Ozuna crushes that one into the gap in left center field. That's off the wall. 1 run is coming home. 2 runs. Oh, no, the second runner stops at third. The third base coach gives him the stop sign. But Ozuna gets an RBI double, and the Cubs are on the board in the top of the 6th inning. It is 5-1 St. Louis. Xander Bogaerts now is the next batter. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Cubs down by 4, and Bogaerts waiting for the 3-1 pitch. That is inside. That nearly hit him for ball 4. So Bogaerts heads down to first, and it looks like Gant injured his hand on that last pitch. The trainer comes out to check him out, and they're pulling him out of this ball game. So now Cody Whitley is the new pitcher for the Cardinals. Cody Whitley has thrown 34 innings this year, 16 walks, 50 strikeouts, and a 4.50 ERA. He comes up with the bases full of Cubs, 2 outs, and Jackie Bradley is the batter. He steps up 0 for 2 today. Bradley waiting for the 1-1 pitch. Cody Whitley looking for the sign, coming set, and the pitch. And Bradley crushes that one down the right field line. 1 run is in. Extra bases for Bradley as he heads for second. Another run scores. The third runner comes around. He slides, and he is safe at home. That is a bases-clearing double for Jackie Bradley Jr., and the Cubs have now made this a 5-4 game. Jason Hayward now coming up to bat for the Cubs, stepping in from the left side against the righty Whitley. Cubs have scored 4 times already in this top of the 6th inning. They have a runner on second, 2 outs, and Jackie Bradley with the clutch 2-out RBI double Now Jason Hayward comes up with a 2-2 count, and Hayward hits it toward first. That's going to be playable. Goldschmidt has it, and he steps on the base for the third out of the inning. However, the Cubs score 4 times and make this a 1-run ball game going into the bottom of the 6th inning. Sammy T comes out to work in the bottom of the 6th. He's going to face Fowler, Miller, and Wieters in the Cardinals lineup. Sammy T with a 1-2 count working to Fowler. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. He sends him back to the dugout with the fastball at 99. And now Brad Miller is the batter. 2-2 count to Miller. Here's the pitch. That is lined into right field. Hayward is not able to make the play. He biffs the ball. Error number 4 on the season for Hayward out in right field. So the runner is safe on first, Miller, and now Wieters is the next batter. Man, if I were Sammy T, I would be unhappy about that. Here's a 3-0 pitch, and he misses outside for ball 4. So after the error, he walks the next batter on 4 straight pitches. And now Whitley is coming up to bat for himself. Cody Whitley is going to bat with 1 out, runners on first and second. Cardinals trying to extend this 5-4 lead. 1 strike pitch, and the runner is going. The runner is going, and the pitch gets away. So the runners advance on the wild pitch. It looks like Miller got a bit crossed up there. He started and stopped and then started again when the ball got away. Otherwise, he might have scored on that wild pitch. So now it's second and third and 1 out, and Whitley's still batting for the Cardinals. 2-2 count. And that's lined into center field. Bradley goes back. He dives, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. However, laying out to make that catch, he had no chance of throwing out the runner, who tags up and scores from third. So the Cardinals score on the sacrifice fly. Bradley probably still saved a run by diving and making that catch. It is now 6-4 St. Louis. Matt Wieters is still standing on second, and Kirby Yates is going to be the new pitcher for the Cubs. He comes in with 37 1/3 innings thrown, 5 walks to 50 strikeouts for a 4.34 ERA. He is coming in to face the top of the Cardinal lineup. Colton Wong is the next batter with 2 outs and a runner on second. Full count pitch to Colton Wong. Yates looking for the sign. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 4. Colton Wong heads down to first as he laid off that fastball on the full count pitch. Harrison Bader now the batter. 2 outs, 2 men on. The Cubs worked so hard to get back in this game, I'd hate to see him give it all away right here. Yates working. First pitch to Harrison Bader. Here it comes. That's a ground ball to second. Cabrera has it, throws to first, and the side is retired. So Yates works his way out of the jam. We go to the top of the 7th inning. It is 6-4 St. Louis. Mike Tauschman is going to come up and pinch hit for the Cubs. He's going to lead off in the top of the 7th inning, facing Cody Whitley, who is still on the mound for the Cardinals. Tauschman waiting for the first pitch from Whitley. And here it comes. And he is hit. Tauschman takes his base as he's plunked in the shoulder. He heads down to first, and so now Josh Fegley is the next batter. Coming up for the Cubs, he is 1 for 1 already today, facing Whitley with nobody out and a runner on first. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Fegley. That is strike 3 called on the outer half of the plate, and Fegley sent back to the dugout, bringing up Asdrubal Cabrera with 1 out, 1 man on. Whitley working with a 1-1 count, and he hits it high in the air to center field. Going back and making the play on the warning track is Harrison Bader for out number 2. So Danny Santana now is the batter with 2 outs, runner on first. Santana with 20 home runs on the season, representing the tying run in this top of the 7th inning. Here's a 1-ball count to Danny Santana, and that's hit on the ground. The shortstop has it. He throws to second to get the lead runner, and that will end the inning. So the Cubs get a base runner, but they do not score. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It is 6-4 St. Louis. Paul Goldschmidt is facing the new Cub pitcher Trevor Rosenthal in the bottom of the 7th inning. Rosenthal comes in with 43 2/3 innings thrown, 25 walks, 47 strikeouts, and a 2.06 ERA. Rosenthal will face the middle of the Cardinal lineup. Goldschmidt, O'Neill, and DeYoung here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Rosenthal working with the first pitch to Goldschmidt. Looking for the sign, and here's the pitch. That's grounded to first. Santana has it, steps on the base for out number 1. O'Neill now batting, 1 out, nobody on. Full count pitch from Paul to Tyler O'Neill, and that is low. It is ball 4. I don't know if Paul O'Neill is in the stands watching, but Tyler O'Neill draws the walk and heads down to first. DeYoung now batting, 1 out, 1 man on, 1-1 count from Rosenthal, and that is crushed. Deep left center field. He puts that one in the bullpen for a home run. It is now 8-4 St. Louis. 396 feet off the bat of Paul DeYoung. So Rosenthal now pitching to Dexter Fowler with 1 out and the bases clear. Rosenthal allowing the home run. Here's the 1-2 count to Dexter Fowler. That is popped up left center field. Ozuna and Bradley are going to converge, and Ozuna calls him off to make the catch for out number 2. So Miller now batting for the Cardinals. 2 outs, nobody on. 3-1 count from Rosenthal. Here's the pitch. That is popped up to right. Hayward coming in, and he plays it on a hop. Actually, he let that one drop in front of him. I don't know if he was a little gun shy after that last play in right field. But Miller's on first with a single, and Wieters now is the next batter. 2 outs, 1 man on, 1 ball count to Matt Wieters. Popped up right center field. Bradley heading toward the warning track, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So the Cardinals score 2 more times. We go to the top of the 8th. It is 8-4 St. Louis. Chris Bryant coming up for the Cubs. Cubs running out of opportunities here in the top of the 8th inning. He's going to face Cody Whitley, who's thrown 18 pitches already in this game. Cubs trying to come back. Need somebody to get on base here in the top of the 8th inning. Here's a 1-ball pitch to Bryant. There's a grounder. The third baseman dives. He throws to first, but Bryant beats it out for an infield single. So good start to the inning here for the Cubs as Marcell Ozuna comes up. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI today. Ozuna with a 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. That is high. It is ball 4. As Ozuna heads down to first, Bryant heads for second, and now Xander Bogaerts is the batter. 0 for 2 today. Xander Bogaerts looking to contribute in the top of the 8th inning as the Cubs are trying to cut into this 4-run Cardinal lead. Bogaerts waiting for the 1-ball pitch, and that's lined into left field. That is going to be caught. The runner Bryant is going to tag up, and he's going to advance to third. Man, that was some aggressive base running. I feel like O'Neill must have fallen asleep out there in left field because the throw from left field to third base is pretty short. So Bryant tags up and advances to third. He's now 90 feet away. The Cubs have runners on the corners and 1 out, and Jackie Bradley, the man of the hour, comes up here in the top of the 8th inning. He hit a critical RBI double in the top of the 6th inning to get the Cubs back in this ballgame. Let's see what he can do here. Full count pitch to Jackie Bradley. And that's lined over the second baseman's head into right field. That's going to drive in a run. Bryant scores. Going to third is Ozuna. He slides in safely. That is an RBI single for Jackie Bradley. And now it is 8-5 St. Louis. Jason Hayward now coming up. Runners on the corners. 1 out. And a new pitcher is coming in for the Cardinals. This is John Brebbia. He's thrown 46 innings this year. 18 walks. 42 strikeouts and a 4.50 ERA. Brebbia will face Hayward with 1 out, runners on the corners, Cubs down by 3. 2-0 pitch to Jason Hayward. Brebbia looking for the sign, and here's the pitch. And Hayward lines that one into center field. A diving catch, however, in center field records the out on Hayward. The runner tags up and scores. It is now 8-6 in favor of the Cardinals as the Cubs get another run. That was just a rocket off the bat of Jason Hayward. Bader robbed him of a base hit, but the run still scores on the sacrifice fly. So the Cubs have made this an 8-6 ball game, and now Ian Happ is going to come in, pinch hit for the Cubs. He's going to stand in from the left side, the switch hitting Happ, batting against the righty Brebbia with a runner on first and 2 outs. 1 strike pitch to Happ. And Happ drives that one into center field. That is over the center fielder's head and goes to the wall. Happ coming into second. The runner rounding third. He is coming home. He slides and he is safe. And the Cubs score another run. It is now 8-7 in favor of the Cardinals. The Cubs have scored 3 times in the top of the 8th inning. So credit Happ with the RBI double. And now Josh Phegley is the batter. With 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, Phegley comes up for the Cubs. 2-2 count. Phegley waiting for the pitch. He lines that one into center field. Is that going to drop? Nope, it is caught. Bader on the move makes the catch for out number 3. So the Cubs score 3 more in the top of the 8th inning and make this a 1-run Cardinal lead once again. Matt Barnes is coming in to pitch for the Cubs in the bottom of the 8th inning. This is an interesting choice. Barnes has not been particularly effective in his last couple of appearances. Barnes is going to... Barnes has thrown 36 and a third innings this year, 22 walks, 55 strikeouts, and a 4.46 ERA. He's going to face Solano, who is now playing third for the Cardinals on the double switch, and then Wong and Bader at the top of the Cardinals lineup. Barnes working with a 3-1 count. Looking for the sign. Barnes with the pitch. That is low and away for ball 4. So Barnes issues the leadoff walk. And now Colton Wong is the batter. He is 2 for 3 with an RBI today. Coming up with a runner on first. Cardinals with a 1-run lead in the bottom of the 8th inning. And here is the first pitch from Barnes. And that is lined into center field. However, Bradley gets there and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Nice reaction by Jackie Bradley to pull that rocket out of the air in center field and record an out. Harrison Bader now the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. Barnes working with a 1-ball count. And that's lined, but it's right at Cabrera at second base. Cabrera barely got a glove on that one before it got into right field. Solano was diving back to first to make sure he didn't get doubled off. Now there's 2 outs and 1 man on, and that brings up Paul Goldschmidt. He is 2 for 4 today with an RBI. 1-2 count. Barnes working. There's a ground ball to second. Cabrera runs to the bag to retire the lead runner, and that is the end of the inning. So we go to the top of the 9th inning. It is 8-7 St. Louis. The Cubs have 3 outs remaining in this game. They're facing John Brebbia, and then sending up the top of the lineup here in the top of the 9th inning. Brebbia working with a 1-1 count to Asdrubal Cabrera. And Cabrera pops it up to center field. That's deep, but I think it's going to be playable. And with his back to the wall, Bader makes the catch on the track for out number 1. So Cabrera gave it a ride, but it wasn't quite far enough. And now Danny Santana is the batter for the Cubs. Santana with a 2-2 count. Coming up in the top of the 9th inning. He swings and misses for strike 3. Chased a fastball that was outside the zone. And that'll bring up Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant comes up. 2 outs. Nobody on. Cardinals with a 1-run lead in the top of the 9th inning. Bryant waiting for the 1-1 pitch. And he lines that one into right field. That's going to be a base hit. A 2-out single for Chris Bryant. Keeps the game alive. And now Marcell Ozuna is the batter. Ozuna 1 for 3 with an RBI today, coming up with 2 outs and 1 man on, and the Cubs trailing by 1 in the top of the 9th inning. Here is an 0-2 pitch to Marcell Ozuna, and he lines that one into center field. And a diving play by Harrison Bader robs Ozuna of a base hit. That is the end of the ball game. Well, the Cubs score 7 on 7 hits with 1 error. The Cardinals score 8 on 11 hits with no errors, and the Cardinals are victorious 8-7, and they earn a 2-2 set, a 2-2 tie to the set here in St. Louis. The Cubs dropped to 49-55, while the Cardinals improved to 53-53. The player of this game is the Cardinals' Tyler O'Neill. He went 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs and 2 walks. And Tyler O'Neill hit a home run off Jose Quintana in the 3rd inning. I feel like the real player of this game should be Harrison Bader. Even though he went 1 for 5, he made numerous outstanding defensive plays in center field today. Ryan Helsley gets the win. He is 3-0. He went 5 1/3 of 1 hit, 2-run baseball with 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. The save goes to John Brebbia, his first of the season, through an inning and 2/3 of 2-hit, no-run baseball with 1 walk. Quintana is tagged with the loss. He drops to 9-7. He threw 3 innings of 8-hit, 5-run baseball with 2 strikeouts and allowed a home run. The real killer was the error by Hayward that allowed the run to score, I believe, in the 6th inning. Ended up being the difference in the ball game because Tuivasa allowed a run, but it was unearned, which was in the 6th inning. The Cardinals' John Gant was injured while pitching, but it looks like he is just going to be day-to-day with wrist soreness, so he'll be back out there pretty soon. Well, thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.